This conference will now be recorded.
From the last 5 years. So, if you don't mind, can you please introduce yourself, especially about your SAP exposure, about your EWM exposure, and what you are expecting in the training sessions?
Hi Ashish, Shalin here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Shalendra, hi.
Hi. I am basically MMWM consultant. Right now, I am part of a WM implementation where I'm the lead, and I have around 11 years of consulting experience and 3 to 4 years of domain experience in SAP, where I was on the business side.
Okay,
Expectation is my client in a couple of years. I mean, we are already doing POC for HANA, and most probably will go for EWM on HANA. Yeah, that's the target. But also, I would like to do certification and get certified here. So that's also an objective.
Okay, thank you, Shalendra. So maybe Dhawal, can you please let us know, or the Purnachandran?
Yeah, hi, hello, hi. I'm Purnachandran here. I'm an MMWM consultant. So with over of 9 years of experience, and I have done several implementations in MM, and I have done 2 implementations in WM. So I want to project my career into SAP EWM space. So I want to know ins and outs of EWM, and I want to do the certification and my career. That's why I joined the demo session. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So you and Shalendra both have same experience, and you are at the same platform, MMWM, and looking to skill yourself in the EWM.
Yes.
So hi everyone, this is Dhaval. I have near about 13 years of consulting experience in SAP ABAP, and from last 3 to 4 projects I'm working as in Ariba Solutions. But now I want to introduce myself in EWM. So I want to introduce both in technical and functional. So first I want to gather the knowledge of the functional, then I will after some time I will involve myself in technical also. Okay, so I'm a little bit less experienced than the 2 persons, but it's okay. So my expectation is regarding that my target is to become a solution architect, because what happen in ABAP, there are every 6 months the new technologies are there, so there is no meaning to stay in ABAP nowadays. Better that we'll go for such stream where less changes are there. So EWM is the better career option.
Okay, thank you, Dhaval. Yes, Sudhir, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, actually, I have just seen the link in the Telegram, so I have joined. My name is Sudhir.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Sudhir. I have a total 6 years of experience into SAP MM.
Okay.
So I just want to understand what is like EWM and course content and like.
Okay, thank you. And we have Srinivas as well. Srinivas, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, this is Srinivas. I have 7 years of FICU experience. So I'm not sure whether I can learn EWM because the prerequisite is SAP MM to learn EWM. Do we need to know MM module?
Yes, I mean, the people with experience in MM and MM and WM will definitely get an edge. But nowadays, most of the candidates are directly joining into EWM. So without having prerequisite of, without having knowledge of MMWM, they are directly starting into EWM and then gaining the knowledge in the MM and WM. But it is true that people having experience in MM and MMWM, they are definitely one step or two steps ahead when we compare with the people with no experience in MM and WM. Okay, so let us start the demo. So let me know once you are able to see my screen. You can see my screen, right? Can anybody confirm?
Yeah, yes.
You can see. You can see.
Ashish, you mentioned you're working with EWM for last 7-8 years. It's like from the beginning days, right? When EWM.
No, I have started my career with SAP MM, WM, and then I have done the MMWM implementation. I worked in MMWM for 7 years, and then I moved into EWM. So maybe from the year 2013, I am working in EWM, and now I am currently working as a senior EWM solution architect.
Great. Thanks.
Okay, so SAP EWM, as most of you already know, that it is implemented in the heavily complex warehouses where you have the fast moving products and the warehouse structure is very complex, and SAP at IM level it is really difficult to manage the inventory, and even the WM, if you go with the WM, then we need to go for several developments, enhancements, because the standard WM has the limited functionality. And that is the reason SAP came up with the EWM, and EWM is the single short solution of all the loopholes in SAP WM. And as you are already experienced, you must be knowing that SAP came up with WM, and then the centralized WM, then EWM, the decentralized, and now with S/4HANA, SAP EWM is embedded, and the SAP WM is going to be sunset in year 2025, or 1 or 2 years of extension we can expect. And then SAP will stop supporting WM, and it will be all the EWM, and the organizations will have no option but migrate into EWM. Okay, so this is the basic organization process. When we say about WM or EWM, you receive the raw material from the vendor that will be received in the staging area. From staging area, you move it in the warehouse. From there, it will be issued for production consumption. You do the production good receipt and move it into the warehouse. From there, you will ship it out to the customer. Okay, so this is the organization structure. When you don't have the WM, you manage the inventory at the storage location level. But when you have WM, as you already know, that plant and storage location will be linked to the warehouse number. Okay, and then you have, this is the organization structure in the EWM as well as WM. The activity area is the brand new concept in EWM. It was not there in SAP WM. So in the warehouse, you have the storage type, storage section, storage bins, and the storage bin is the last spot where your products are stored. The quant is just the characteristics of the material, and the system will generate the quant and delete the quant based on the product characteristics and the batches and all that. So if you talk about the example, if you say you are into the automobile industry. So in the automobile industry, you have two types of products: vehicle with more than 1600 cc and vehicle with less than 1600 cc. So if you want, you can manage your inventory, the vehicles at the IM level, where you don't want to divide your storage location. But in case you want to segregate, then you can divide your warehouse into two parts. you can say the two parking structure of 5 levels each. In one parking structure, you are storing vehicles with more than 1600 cc, and in second parking structure, you are storing vehicle with less than 1600 cc. So those two parking structures will be called as two different storage types within one warehouse. Then you have 5 levels in each parking structure. Each level will be called as a storage section, and then exact spot where your vehicle is stored is a storage bin. And the activity area is grouping of the storage bins based on the activities which you are going to perform in your warehouse. So this could be your stock put away the storage. When you are receiving the product, you are storing it, that is the put away. Stock removal is picking, and you have several internal warehouse movements, like you do the physical inventory, you do the replenishment. So based on the activities, you are grouping the bins, and that is the activity area. So this will be the configuration in the EWM. You have the plant and storage location linked to warehouse. In case you don't want to implement EWM and manage at the WM level, then you will do all the configuration here and E00. But in case you want to have the EWM implemented, then this WM warehouse E00 is just act as a bridge between ERP and the EWM. Plant and storage location will be linked to WM E00, and the WM will be further linked to the EWM warehouse. And you will do all the configurations in the EWM, and nothing is required from the WM. Then you have the warehouse structure. This is the warehouse structure where you can see you have 9015, that is the storage type. It is a door. In the door, the truck comes and unload the product in the staging area. And in the simplest process, from the staging area, you will move it into the bins. And in the outbound side, from the bins, you will remove and move it in the staging area. And then you will load it into the truck, which is standing at the 9025 and taking up the outbound shipment. But the process is always not straightforward. It may happen that your bin size are small, and it is difficult to accommodate the containers or HUs or cartoons which are coming in the inbound. So you want to break it into 2 or 3 different small cartoons. So that will be done in the deconsolidation. That is the workstation 8010. And once the big pallet is broken into small pallets, then it will be put away in the fixed bin 0050 from the deconsolidation station. So that is called as a process-oriented storage control. And similarly for the outbound, if you have a specific requirement from the customer to pack the product differently, then you will pick it from the bin 0050, move it in the packing workstation, and from here you move it in the staging area, and then the truck is standing at the door. From staging area, you will load the product in the truck. And then you have the yard management. The yard management, which is in the EWM itself, it is about managing the truck movement. If you have only 2 doors and the 3 trucks are coming or 5 trucks are coming at a time, then how you are going to manage the truck? Okay, so we already talked about the storage type, storage section, storage bins, and quants, and activities. Also, we talked about the door and staging area where you do the loading and unloading. So you have an option to link the staging area with the door, so that when the truck comes at the door 1 or 2, door 1, only staging area 1 will be available for the truck to unload the product or load the product. And then the work center, we need to create to perform the additional activities other than regular picking and put out. So any questions so far?
Hi, Ashish.
Yes.
Since I worked on WM, I'm trying to connect. Maybe it will help from the concept of WM. So in WM, we had the put away strategies, right? And you mentioned similar thing is there in EWM, put away strategies.
Correct.
But there are also put away rules in a storage types. Why do we have these two different things for the same objective?
Okay, so do you know what is put away rules?
Yeah, I was just looking at some reading material and SAP help. So they were saying like fixed bins are there, then there's some rules addition to stock, things
Okay,
like that.
so
storage, yeah.
so in SAP WM, at the storage type level, you maintain the put away strategies and the fixing strategies, right?
Yes.
When you go into the storage type, you specify if the put away strategy that addition to existing stock or empty bin, and
Yes.
in the peak from the outbound side, you specify if the stock removal strategy is FIFO, LIFO, or first expiry or stringent or whatever, right?
Yeah.
In EWM, these are called as a put away rules or stock removal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so put away rules are addition to existing stock and empty bins and all, and stock removal rules are FIFO, LIFO and all.
Mm-hmm.
So put away strategies in EWM are configured differently, and put away rule is just a part of it.
Okay.
Okay. So when you configure the put away strategy in EWM, we need to define the storage types of sequence and optimization and put away control indicator and all those things.
Okay.
And put away rules also we need to define. That is one of the attributes in configuring the put away strategy.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Thanks.
Okay. So any other questions?
So one more question here.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you have described about the staging area and the doors, right? In a standard WM implementation, we don't use that staging area and doors often because most often we will be dealing with storage type, storage section, and bins. So most of the activities are done in that organization level itself. So I'm really not sure about how the staging area. It is a definite key thing we have to do a configuration thing, the doors, storage area. I mean this staging area and all. And what is the difference does it makes in this EWM?
So in WM as well, we have the staging area, right? When you do the inbound,
yes.
then the product moves into 902 automatically, right?
Oh, that's
that
the
is,
interim storage. Interim storage when you're saying.
Correct. That is the interim storage, right?
Okay.
But in WM, you rarely use doors.
Yes.
Correct. And as I told earlier, that EWM is used in the complex warehouses.
Okay.
And that is the reason organization often use the doors in the EWM. And the staging area is just the interim location where the goods are temporarily unloaded or loaded.
Okay. So now we can able to move the stock from staging area to another area directly, or it is then there is another
So
storage
you
type.
have you have the put away strategies based on which you can move it from staging area to bins. Like in the WM, you have the put away strategy based on which the transfer order is created and you move it from 902 to any other storage type. And here as well, you have the put away strategies based on which the warehouse task is created and you move it from 9010 to 0050.
Okay.
And in case you want to move it from 9010 to 8010 and 8010 to 0050, then you need to activate the storage control, which is not there in WM, but an additional functionality in EWM. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, and these are the various documents which are getting posted in EWM. When you do the inbound process, As you know, ERP side, you have PO and inbound delivery. And again, the inbound delivery gets created in the EWM. This inbound delivery notification is no more available in S/4HANA. It was there in the ECC and EWM separate box version. So this inbound delivery in EWM, it contains all the EWM specific attributes. Like here you have the movement type, here you have the warehouse process type, here you have the inbound delivery document type of ERP, and here you have the inbound delivery document type of EWM. So, and like that, you have several other parameters. And similarly, for the outbound side, you have the sales order outbound delivery in ERP, and then outbound delivery gets distributed into EWM, which creates the ODO, that is outbound delivery order. The outbound delivery request is no more there in S/4HANA. Then you have the warehouse task that is created with reference to your outbound delivery order or inbound delivery. And the warehouse task contains all the information about what product you are going to move in which quantity from which location to what location. Say I am moving 100 units of product A from GR receiving area to my storage type 0050. So all this information will be available in the warehouse task. And similarly for the outbound. And the warehouse tasks are grouped together and get linked to the warehouse order. So the warehouse order is the work package that you assign to your warehouse operator. And the warehouse operator is responsible to execute all the warehouse tasks which are linked to the warehouse order. In this example, you can see that the first warehouse order you assign to the operator, and he will execute the warehouse task which is linked to it. However, the second warehouse order, the operator is responsible to execute the two warehouse tasks which are linked to this order. So let me know if any questions.
Ashish, is this similar to queue? And
Sorry?
is this a replacement of queues from WM? The order?
No. In WM you have the transfer order, right? The transfer order is the warehouse task.
Order warehouse order.
Okay. The warehouse order is the new concept in EWM.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, and then again we have the data transfer between ERP and EWM. So this shift is no more there because ERP and EWM are embedded, but you still have the distribution model because it is still calling the RFC connection. Okay, and then you have movement type in ERP. Similarly, we have the warehouse process type in EWM. And the packaging specification is all about how you want to pack the product, right? Because for the outbound shipment, you may want to generate the handling unit, you want to move the handling unit, you want to unpack and pack the handling unit, right? So all those things are taken care of by packaging specification. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, and I will show you in the system, and before that I will show you the course content.
Ashish, you mentioned that we use for complex warehouses, businesses choosing EWM. Harry, can you give an example from your experience, like this was the requirement and we don't have it in WM, that's why we choose EWM?
Okay, so we talk about this in this PPT. Okay, so we can see the deconsolidation, right? So in case the business, okay, if you have the company called Nestle, right? They are procuring milk and they are producing cheese, butter, and all that, right? That is the dairy company. So you are getting milk in a big container, right?
Yes.
And that, right? So it is for sure happen that the milk products will go into the quality inspection.
Yes.
And if it is possible that the container is big and you won't be able to fit that container into your warehouse bins. So after quality inspection, the milk products are going into the deconsolidation.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So where I mean, the quality inspection, once it is clear, then it will go into deconsolidation, where you will break it into different containers or pallets and then store it in your bin. So that is the complex example, which is not supported in WM.
Okay. So it's like we have to manually do it. Let's say if I create an ID point and I have to.
No, it is not manually, because if we propose the manual solution to client, then they will not like EWM. So in EWM standard, all these are possible automatically.
Okay. Understood.
Okay. So in the course content, we will talk about the structural elements of the EWM. Then we have the packaging specification, which we just talked in the PPT. Then we have the WPT. We have the inbound and outbound process with and without HU manage. Then the exception handling is the new concept. Then we have the two-step picking. The storage control, it is the one which we have been talking on this PPT. After storage control, we have the warehouse order creation rules. How you want okay, so how you want the warehouse order to be created, and how you want to control one-to-one task, and how you want to control the weight of the warehouse order and all that. It will be in the warehouse order creation rules. So that is again the new concept in EWM. The storage control is the new concept in EWM. Two-step picking you have in the WM, and you have in the EWM as well. Exception handling is the new concept in the EWM. WPT, warehouse process type, is the new concept in EWM. And we have the packaging specification, which was not there in WM, in EWM. Then you have the posting, change, stock transfer, and replenishment. Again, we have the different type of replenishment, and it is supported. It is supporting several other business processes which are not there in WM and available in EWM. Then you have the physical inventory. It is at the advanced level in the EWM. You have it in the MM and WM side as well, but in the EWM, it offers many more functionalities. Then again, you have the post-processing framework, that is PPS, which is the backbone in the EWM and a new concept altogether. And you have wave management, yard management, RFID, and you have the cross-docking. So all this we will cover in our training session. And in case you have any specific requirement, you can let me know. We will add it here.
Ashish, we'll use for our training handling unit managed warehouse.
Yes. So here we have the handling unit. So we will first do the basic inbound outbound without HU, and then we will do with HU.
Perfect.
Because if you are implementing EWM, then it is for sure that you are going to use with handling unit. If it is a complex, then only you will implement EWM, and if it is a complex, then there will definitely be a handling unit. Okay, so I will now give you a quick demo in the system. And just checking the password. I will just take any existing inbound delivery and create a new one, copying that. So here, this is the transaction in the EWM. You can see here at the bottom side. And here you can see the warehouse number. So I will just take this inbound delivery and create a new purchase order. Okay, so this is the existing purchase order. Okay, I am just taking 200, 100 units.
Is this a ECC system or it is a SCM EWM system? This one?
That is S4 HANA system where you have the EWM embedded.
Okay, okay.
So we have one system only for ERP and EWM.
Okay, that means there is no need of this CIF SIP rules and all. So.
Correct. There is no need of CIF and no need to log in into two different systems. So here you can see the inbound delivery is created and distributed in the EWM. So we will go into EWM now in the same system, open the new session and open the EWM transaction, that is EWM PRDI. Enter the inbound delivery here and you will see the new inbound delivery with the same number gets created in EWM. And here you can see warehouse process type instead of movement type. You can see the stock type and all the EWM specific attributes. So with reference to this inbound delivery, you can create, okay, and also you can see this handling unit getting created automatically. So all this I will show you because when we do the training, we will start from scratch. We will create a brand new warehouse and I will explain you each and everything, how the handling unit is automatically getting created and linked to the inbound delivery, and what is the stock type F1, and because F1 is not there in any of the other systems, other applications. And then with reference to inbound delivery, you can create the warehouse task. So you create it, and here you can see the destination bin automatically getting determined based on your crypto-based address. And you can see the warehouse order is created because every warehouse task is linked to the warehouse order. And you go to the confirm. So you can see this is the warehouse order and this is the warehouse task. The warehouse task, you can see the source bin, destination bin, product, quantity, handling unit, everything. And in the warehouse order, we will see who is performing this task and when he is going to start, when he is going to confirm and all that things. And you have the warehouse order creation group. So you can do confirm plus save and it is confirmed. When you see the, and here you can see good receipt is completed, put away is completed, and warehouse activity is completed. So we have not created this TU, that is the transportation unit shipment, and we don't have the door here. That's why the unloading is not relevant. But you can create the truck and you can get the truck on the door and you can link the truck with the delivery. The truck we can call it as a TU, that is the transportation unit, and it will be shown here. Okay, and similarly when you do at the outbound, we have the sales order. in the sales order, so you can put the storage location. You can put the finished goods storage location. Just give quantity as 10. And you can see the outbound delivery is distributed in the EWM 1567. So you go into the PRDO transaction and enter the outbound delivery. You can see the same thing here. And with reference to outbound delivery, you can create the outbound delivery order. Right? And then you can go and confirm the thing. You can see the handling unit is already there. It is automatically coming. Okay, so if you want, you can see the pick HU is automatically getting created. So you are moving the stock from this HU, because my requirement is 10 and this HU contains 100. So you are moving from this HU to a new HU, right? Because if I have packed the cheap products in this handling unit, I have packed 100 units, but my requirement is only 10 and we don't have any handling unit available with less quantity, all are of 100 units. So we will have to unpack this and move it in the new handling unit, new cartoon. Okay, so like this you can confirm and then you can see this is completed. And you can do the goods issue from here. Again, the loading is not there. Okay, so there is some configuration issue. Okay, so any questions you have?
Ashish, our course contains the setup of the distribution model. And
Yes, because, correct. We will start with the scratch. We will create the plant we cannot create, so we will create 2 new storage locations. Okay, so we will create from here. We will create 2 new storage locations, and then we will create a new warehouse number, and then we will do all the configurations from the scratch. Okay, and then we will do the postings. So we will not directly jump into the transactional data. First, we will set up all the configuration for the new warehouse, and then we will do the posting. So you will be able to understand from level 0.
Okay, thanks.
I can see only 3 people are available now. Pico guy left. So any questions?
Ashish, so about the time and the batch, I should discuss with Durga, or we should?
Yeah, that you can discuss with Durga. And in Durga, are you there?
Yes.
So you can connect with Durga Shailendra and whoever wants to join, and you can check with her on the timing and payment and all those things. And in case you have any technical questions, then you can even ask Durga. So you can talk to me anytime if you have any confusion.
Thank you. Thanks, Ashish, for your time.
Thank you guys for joining the session. Thank you, Ashish.
Okay, no problem.